Hey YouTube, welcome back. For many software engineers and tech professionals, working at big tech company is the ultimate career goal. These companies offer prestige, unmatched compensation, and the chance to work on infrastructure used by billions of users. So, why do some people would like or would prefer to walk away from what seems like the dream job? So let's try to understand first why people love to go or why people love to work in a big tech company. The first thing will be it's being associated with a name like Netflix or Google or Facebook. It improves your career. It gives your career a weight. Like in your CV, if you have a position at Google or position at Facebook or what position at Amazon, like your CV has a weight to it. It's if there is 4 or 5 or even 400 developers trying to apply for a specific job and your CV have Facebook or Google, you'll be one of the first people like to be invited to the interview. The second thing, there is a what we call a compensation. Like total packages often lead the industry. Like especially at senior levels, you have compensation with this one. And third thing will be the scale, because imagine working on systems handling petabytes of data or serving billions of users. But beneath all of these shiny things, there are reasons why even the best and the brightest developers decide to leave. The first thing, which was pretty obvious thanks to the layoffs, big tech is less stable than before. Like, once considered the most secure jobs in tech, big tech roles are no longer immune to layoffs. Google, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft have all made deep cuts in recent years. The workplace culture has shifted, with cost cutting measures impacting perks and resources. The next thing, professional growth in startups versus professional growth in the big tech companies. Like startups offer challenges that big tech companies can't offer. While big tech roles can become specialized and repetitive, startups demand versatility. You learn new technologies, you gain exposure to zero to one building. You can often grow into leadership roles faster. For engineers craving growth, startups are a way to escape the comfort zone. The next thing, which will be the challenge of closed career path at big tech companies. Promotions to executive roles or pretty high roles in big tech companies are rare and highly competitive. In scale up or startups, it's easier to jump into leadership positions if you're a good engineer. Engineers moving to scale up gain hands on experience with strategy, board meeting, and large scale decisions making. Others, other reasons why people would like to leave, which will be they are forced out by politics or culture. Like big tech isn't perfect. Politics, mismanagement, or cultural clashes can push people out. Internal rivals and performance improvement plans can demotivate employees. When leaders feel trapped by organizational interior, they seek fresh starts in the startup or smaller companies. Next, we have the drawbacks of big tech scale. As big tech companies grow, they often develop heavy bureaucracy because it's basically endless meeting. I don't know if you know this, but if you have any of your friends who is being worked as a software engineer in big tech companies, they are doing tons of different meetings. Most of them are quite useless, but like it's really annoying. The second thing, there is a slower innovation because more time is spent maintaining systems than creating new ones. And third, there is what we call empire building because office politics thrive as teams jockey for resources. Some engineers prefer the agility of smaller companies, where they can see their impact more directly and they have more freedom. And there is other thing with this the compensation drops and golden handcuffs. If you worked before in a big tech company, compensation packages often tie employees down. Like you have an equity, which will be equity grant vests over like 4 years or 5 years or 3 years, creating a golden handcuffs. However, falling stock prices reduce total compensation, which will make the developers think that okay, like that the stock has fall down. So like basically, I lost a lot of money. So I have this sharp pay cut will motivate them to explore new opportunities. It's not the golden handcuffs. It's not golden anymore. Next, we have what we call a raw feedback from former big tech employees. I did spoke with tech professionals who left big tech companies, and they said like one of the things I wanted to grow faster than the company would allow. Number two, the culture become too rigid for me to thrive. Number three, my compensation dropped after my equity vested, and it was time to move on. And I would say this is what we want to talk about now. I guess this is not all the reasons um, why developers would like to leave big tech companies, but don't get me wrong. Working at big tech company, it's a great job to be honest, and I highly encourage any developer to work on big tech company. You will learn a lot, and you will be a better developer, and you will see how things is running and how teams are managed in in the scalable tech companies, and how basically applications that serve billions of users are being managed, and how the infrastructure being managed, and how the code is written, how the reviews are happening. All of these things is pretty important for any developer to understand in order to be a better developer. So yeah, that's it for this video, and yeah, see you in future videos.